10 movies all time, which I love to talk about. I love movies. Get on with the top 10. Mr. Jacob, you're the guest here. I'll let you take it away. We're going to go 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, all the way down to 1. Go ahead. What is your number 10?
The first one for me, this is just a film that me and my dad watched. It's an older film in the 1990s. You know, you might have this, you might not.
Know it.
But it's going to be the Goodfellas, man. 1990 release, bro. Just the movie, the storytelling in the Goodfellas is so nice. Henry Hill, just the whole story he's got.
Goodfellas is a terrific movie.
I don't think it's better than any of these other movies I'm going to say, which you're going to think is crazy, but the Goodfellas number 10.
Yeah, and I'm taking a completely different route with my number 10.
I knew this was going to happen.
I've got the only animated movie on my list. This is Cars.
Whoa.
2006.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
Disney release. It is my favorite animated movie of all time. You know, Lion King is my number 12. That just fell out of my top 10. I think Lion King
is in my top 15 too.
But Cars, you know, growing up, going to the Speedway with my grandfather and, you know, loving cars. And I had like 30, 40 stock cars of NASCAR. And 95. I mean, does it get more iconic?
Oh, no.
Like, come on. It's Lightning McQueen, Radiator Springs. You know, come on. But now we've got number 9. What's your number 9, my friend?
This is going to excite you. You're probably going to be like, what?
Excite me?
Yeah. It excites me. When I saw this movie, I went to go see this movie in person. There was a lot of hype when it dropped. And I think it fulfilled the hype. I think this is my only animated movie on this list. It will be. Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse. Now, listen. Don't hate on this movie.
Hold on. I've never seen it.
Okay.
A sunflower. I love that scene.
Okay.
But I don't care about, spoiler warning for this, I don't really care, but go ahead.
It's just like the story of him getting lost, man. He had all the different Spider-Mans. You know, you got 2099, and it's just, I really, you know, would suggest you to watch it if you did, bro, because it's got the Spider-Man plot, obviously, with Miles Morales switching over. But man, oh man, there's some parts in there. The music is great. The animation is beautiful. Like some of the music that's in there, people just have on their daily playlists. So
guilty right here. And I've heard lots of good things about that movie.
Yes.
Lots of good things.
So I think it's worthy of a 9 spot as an animated movie.
My number 9 spot, well, I can't really agree or disagree on that, but my number 9 spot is a 2013 movie by the great Martin Scorsese. Wolf of Wall Street.
It's on my list too. Somewhere.
I think Wolf of Wall Street is
somewhere
the epitome of the American dream.
I love that
literally
pick. That's
on
a
drugs.
nice pick. That is a nice pick.
It's the American dream, literally on drugs. And Jonah Hill's great. Who's the other actor in that movie? Not obviously Leo. I'm getting to him. Kenneth Choi. Kenneth Choi is in that movie as well. But that's my number 9. Wolf of Wall Street. There's a lot of, you know,
it's a funny movie too.
Yeah, and it's not family friendly. I've never watched it with my parents and never will watch it with my parents. Shout out Big Mike. But I really did enjoy that. I've watched it probably 4 times. But the scene that my dad loves the most is when he is supposed to resign and he goes up and he was like, you know what? I'm not leaving. And then everybody just goes crazy. It's an awesome scene and I love it so much. But that is my number 9 spot. Over to you.
My number 8. The Wolf of Wall Street. It's right there. It's right
Let's
there.
go.
It's right there. I made it past, you know, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but it's just like you said, man. It's the epitome of America.
On drugs, literally.
I mean, like bro. The movie is so funny. There's so many funny moments in that movie, and that kind of ties into the TV series, which is one of my favorite TV series of all time. Suits. If you've ever seen that series, kind of ties in. It's got a couple references to the Wolf of Wall Street. So I just love that show for the comedy, for the epitome of America. So I totally agree with you. I got it right there at number 8. Listen to this.
This is going in. This is not getting cut. Bro, that's hilarious. Anyways, my number 8 is, it's in a storied sporting franchise.
Oh. Okay.
Rocky 3.
Oh.
Now, I will tell you, Rocky 4 is number 11, so it just missed my top 10, but Rocky 3 is my number 8. Clubber Lang, who is Mr. T, but also Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers, stuff like that. So that's my number 8. It is my favorite.
So what do you think? Have you seen the Creed movies then?
Yes.
What do you think of those?
Number 3 was not good. Number 1 is the best, but number 2 was okay.
Okay.
I like Pretty Ricky Conlon. I like that storyline a lot.
Okay.
The Damien, is his name Damien? The dude who's like sitting on his car.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. You know, I mean, I wish they wouldn't have done a sequel. You know, they tried to be like the Rocky franchise too much.
That's kind of what I was saying. Like everybody that I've seen that talks about Rocky so highly and gets into like Creed, I always ask them because they always got like negative things to say about Creed. I thought Creed was great, just besides the fact that you compete with the best boxing movie of all time, arguably one of the greatest movies of all time. So it's tough for, a franchise like Creed to...
Yeah, and speaking of franchises, if we want to talk about Rocky, I think Rocky 5 is horrendous, along with Rocky 6, which is Rocky Balboa, is the title. I don't like 5 or 6. Like 1 is a classic. I think it's 1976, classic movie. Rocky 2 is also great. I think 1 and 2, he actually fought Apollo Creed in those first 2 movies. And then 3, it was Mr. T, Clubber Lang, and then 4, obviously, Ivan Drago. But they should have stopped at 4. He won the Drago fight. There was an ending to the story.
He just carried it on.
But then he went and fought that little Tommy dude. He's not little. He fought the Tommy dude.
Definitely not little Tommy dude.
And then Rocky 6 was just too much in my opinion. But, that is my number 8. So move on to your number 7.
Number 7. Now, this might be a crazy pick too, but this just brings back so much nostalgia. Bro, give me The Wizard of Oz. The OG. The Wizard of Oz. Because the thing is, too, right? When you're a kid, you're watching The Wizard of Oz, man. There's just so much meaning behind it. And then you find out the green dude from Emerald City, man. I forgot his name. But the green dude, he's not really all big and bad.
You know who the green dude is, right?
Bro, what's his name?
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm tripping. Oh, I thought he had an actual I thought he had an actual name. Wait, I guess is it Oz? Is his name Oz?
Oz is the city they live in. He is just the wizard.
Oh, well, but basically it turns out that he's like actually a bum and and he's like useless and he sucks. But like the whole story is, like they're chasing, trying to get Dorothy home. Each character has their own problems and issues that they got to solve. But it's just, bro, as a kid, like every time watching that story, man, every time as a kid, I would always get all happy. So
yeah, I like the story, but story is great. But those little munchkins scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yes.
So
the crows every time I saw.
I don't like it. I never watch it.
Oh, really?
I only watched it one time recently. By the way, the movie Wicked. Go see that.
Ooh, I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil.
I'm not spoiling. No, it's the story of. It's kind of very similar. It's just the background of Glinda and Elphaba.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I saw that it came out and that it's really good, but okay, yeah. I'm definitely going to see that.
Yes, you need to go see that. Actually, fun little story here. My mom will appreciate this. I don't really bring up. Well, you know what? Shout out to the fam.
Hey, shout
out to the fam.
Love you, fam.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out my mom, Lorette, who's pretty much like my aunt. She was a mother figure. You got a cough or something?
No. I'm good.
But Lorette and then her daughter Audrey. We were in Lincolnton, right? We're in Lincolnton. We're out. I'm their designated driver. They went to a winery and then we went out to eat. And Audrey's sitting there at the table, right? It's me and my mom's best friend, and then her daughter. And she says, "Have you guys seen Wicked?" And then we all say no. And she was like, "Do you want to go see it?" Like, this is like 5:30, so you still got time. And everybody says, "Let's do it." So we're in Lincolnton. We're across a lake. We're like 25 minutes north of here. And we look on my phone and we book the Burkdale. And I'll put up. You see how far that is?
Yeah,
that's a far drive.
I was like, Burkdale's a tough ride from Lincoln.
45, because you can't
it's
go.
Like an hour.
You got to go.
Yeah, you have to go around the lake. Yes,
you can't go across the lake. So I think the way we took is just Lincolnton, hop on 150. You probably don't know 150 at all, but it's the main road in Mooresville. That's where I'm from, and he's from Cramerton. But you take it across the lake and you just get on 77 south, go down to exit 25 or 23, and you're in Burkdale. So we did that, and Wicked was awesome. It's like a 3.5 hour movie, though. It's long.
Yeah, I know. I know it's long.
But like, there wasn't one time where there was not one time where I was bored in the movie. The movie's a really good movie.
See, that's big for me too.
But
honestly,
these movies are better.
Yeah.
So have you done your number 7? Right, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the Wizard of Oz, but it scared me. So my number 7 is my only comedy movie on this list, and it's a 2003 Jack Black. It is called School of Rock.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody at home has seen it. Probably not, because it was
School of Rock is like an old school.
School of Rock is my favorite comedy movie. But
Wait, going to 6?
Going to 6.
6 is actually a recent release. Came out, I think, in the past year or two.
I think I know where you're going. May I take a guess?
Take a guess.
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer is terrific.
Love That was the weakest high five ever, bro. Oh, thanks.
We just put
We just like put our hands together.
Oh, check out our handshake.
Oh, yeah. The GOAT, LeBron James.
That's a sports. No, he's second best. Anyways, you said Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
That is my 13. That is my number 13.
Okay, so it just, it cut out your list. Oppenheimer's so good. It's such a long movie, man, but the music, man, it sets such a good mood. I think music is such a big thing in movies and series.
School of Rock. That's why I like School of Rock, because the music.
Our instructor, Caleb, who's a good friend of ours, man, me and him were talking about it, and me and him were sharing the same joy for music in movies and TV shows and games. So Oppenheimer, man, it's the epitome of that, and just the audio and the music, especially in the ending, man, it's so good.
Is the ending where Oppenheimer walks up to Albert Einstein?
He's like, "We did it."
It's insane. Oh my gosh. And then he's just standing there, like,
and it just zooms out
because he knows he created a monster. Like that
and the world is.
For anybody who doesn't know, it's Robert Oppenheimer. Anyways, is that his name?
I think it's, yeah.
Anyways, Oppenheimer. This is in the 40s.
Yeah, it's during the Manhattan Projects, and it's talking about.
So he did the Manhattan Project. He created the atomic bomb. Like, he is the guy who was ahead of the project, and you explained it. This is on your list, not mine. Go ahead.
mean, just Oppenheimer's entire story of how the Manhattan Project. We actually studied it in school, and it was just such a cool connection. It's the whole Manhattan Project. How the times everybody's getting scared of nuclear warfare. What's going to happen? The use of threats. It's almost like a documentary. I mean, it's based off a true story. It just adds it adds some fictional aspects of action to it. All right,
later. But anyways,
number 6.
My number 6 is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time.
See, Star Wars gonna make my cut. Yeah.
Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
I wanted to put that one on.
Why I have a pull to this is because it came out when I was born. Is why I wanted to watch it, but then I realized Episode 3. Is there more than these? And I'm like, oh, there's 1 and 2, and then there's 4, 5, and 6, and then I'm waiting. But if I'm ever binging Star Wars, I go Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I stop at 7, because after Return of the Jedi, they screwed up everything.
We talked about this last week.
I know. I hate it. But what they did with the prequel was terrific. Like, that's the best example of a prequel movie-wise. My number 6, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, is when Anakin, at the end, he's fighting with Obi-Wan.
A story of betrayal.
I know. And then Anakin ends up getting burned, and
I hate you!
And then he crawls up, and then Palpatine comes in his spaceship, and he saves him and turns him into Darth Vader, and at the end, it's just...
The birth of a villain. I honestly... Did you actually watch the Obi-Wan series?
No, I have not seen any of those series.
Oh my gosh.
I won't. I don't want to.
No. Listen, I'm telling you. Trust me. The Obi-Wan series is different from everything else. It's so good.
Who plays Obi-Wan?
The same dude. I forgot his name.
Ewan McGregor?
Yeah.
Then I'll probably watch it.
Watch it, bro.
If anybody else plays
Obi-Wan. And the same dude plays Anakin Skywalker. They're the same. Bro, there's this scene. I won't spoil it because you need to watch it. Bro,
I'm sorry, Star Wars fans. I did not. Yes. Oh my God.
I told you. You didn't watch? You never seen the series, bro?
I've never heard of it.
It's on Disney Plus. What? You never heard of it? Bro, it's so good. It's so good.
I've never heard of this.
Watch it, bro. I'll tell you, there's a scene at the end, and I won't spoil anything. There's a scene at the end, and there's so much symbolism into Revenge of the Sith, into every single episode.
They got Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist on this movie.
It's so good.
I'm putting that down. I will definitely
Please watch that
for sure.
Watch that. I can't believe you haven't seen it. We talk about Star Wars all the time. I've never thought to mention the Obi-Wan series to you. It's so good.
No, it's in here.
Oh no.
For sure it's in here.
Looks like I didn't sign anything. Now I wouldn't lie to you. It's looking like I didn't sign one piece of paper.
Stop that. Found it.
What day?
The 16th of January, I swear to God.
Let me see it. I gotta go home. Wait, let me see it. Gotta go home and watch it tonight then.
All right. I, Jacob Brindle, will watch the entire 2-hour, 41-minute, and 13-second video by Hyperdroid on YouTube. This will be completed by the 16th of January, 2025.
All right, I'll do it tonight then.
But it'll be all right because I am editing this, so you have no excuse.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, so my number 6, I said was Revenge of the Sith, and we got torn off. So you're number 5, sir.
My number 5, the OG, the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time. Spider-Man 2004.
Spider-Man 1?
Spider-Man 2.
Oh.
With Tobey Maguire.
You said Spider-Man 2004.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man 2 released in 2004.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot tell you the last time I watched any of those movies. I don't know why.
Wow.
Only Spider-Man movies I remember actually seeing in full were the new ones with Tom Holland, just because I was so young when they came out. Mm-hmm. And by the time I had grown up, the superhero movies I watched, Avengers, Thor, Captain America. First movie I can remember seeing in theaters was, I think, the Muppet movie. This is really bizarre.
Make sure you're not confused. This is the one with the Green Goblin. This one.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Muppet movie was 2011 film. That was the first one I saw in theaters, Gem Theater in Kannapolis. But the following year, 2011 actually, was Captain America and the First Avenger.
Willem Dafoe.
He's a terrific actor. Love William Dafoe.
Come on.
Willem.
No,
I said William as well. But
it mixes me up.
Mr. Dafoe. He's scary, but he's just scary.
And Green Goblin's character is written so well too. I mean, from Stan Lee's comics all the way to the movies, bro.
And I've seen clips on TikTok of this. Actually, is this when he realizes that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? What movie is that?
Yes.
That's Spider-Man 2. Okay, so that's the spoiler in the movie.
Yeah.
So I already knew that. And that was your number 5?
Yeah.
My number 5 is a very violent movie.
Mm.
It's 1995's release, Casino.
Ooh, never heard of that.
Need to watch it. Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci's little dude from Home Alone.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't heard of this movie.
I don't know why you haven't. But this is
Casino.
95. De Niro runs a casino, and there's shit that happens in it, and there's some very violent scenes. But you need to go watch it since you haven't seen.
Frank Vincent.
Yeah, Frank Vincent. He's in a lot of movies. I think he's in Sopranos. He's in.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned Goodfellas earlier, right?
Yeah.
He's Billy Bats.
I know. That's why I'm like, how have I never seen this?
Casino's a very good. It's not. Well, the thing I don't like about Casino is Joe Pesci has this Midwestern accent. He talks like us. He doesn't talk like us. He talks like us.
Mm.
So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But aside from that, plot's great. And your number 4, Mr. Jacob.
All right. My number 4, this is getting into the unbeatables, brings tears to your eyes when you're watching it or makes you on the edge of your seat. Interstellar. At my number 4, Interstellar. You didn't ever saw it?
I know. It's McConaughey. I've seen the meme of him crying. But
I think the movie is so great, bro. When I watched it the first time, I actually cried, bro. I've seen it on social media before. I never watched it in the sequence. And it's just such a good movie. And it comes back to the start of the movie where he's banging on the bookshelf and he has the sulfur come in. Bro, you don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
It connects it all, bro. And it's just the storytelling in that.
Pause. We just got something from Caleb Stalker.
I know. An audio file. What is this?
New music bed.
Yeah, get that out.
Spoilers for the 2025 hype video. We said the same thing.
With the same question mark. You said one question mark. Lol, that's so funny. That's so funny.
But yeah, that was crazy. Hilarious. But moving on, you said your number 4.
It was Interstellar.
Bro,
I can't believe you don't remember this scene. Basically, at the start of the movie.
I've never seen it.
What?
Yeah,
bro,
I've never seen it.
Bro, it's so good.
I don't feel... There's one space movie. I apologize to the viewers at home. I skipped the movie. I accidentally said Cars was my 10 and skipped over 2001: A Space Odyssey.
The Space Odyssey is good too, man.
1968 release. Sorry, I'm not going to spend too long on that. Cars is my 11. Number 10, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Shout out Louis, grandfather. He showed this to me for the first time. It's showing the evolution of mankind and artificial intelligence. Give it a watch if you want to.
Okay.
It's old. It is Stanley Kubrick. There's a lot of theories about this movie because right around the same time, you realize, what was going on? you know the theory about faking the moon landing, right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to get into this and make it all political, so don't click off yet. A lot of people think that it was staged. I'm not going to say where I stand, but a lot of people do think it was staged. And Stanley Kubrick directed 2001: A Space Odyssey, where they're in space. So they think that the government or whoever, the higher-ups, hired Stanley Kubrick to do it. And then Stanley Kubrick, and he has a 1999 movie called Eyes Wide Shut. And it's about like the elites. He passes away before the movie releases. I haven't even dove into that, but I remember reading about that like a few years ago. It is very interesting, but Stanley Kubrick is one of the GOATs. I do apologize. Number 10 was 2001: A Space Odyssey. So now we move on to your number 4.
My number 3.
Oh, then what was your number 4?
Interstellar.
I didn't say my number 4.
Yeah.
And now this is where I've actually ranked my movies like on a number scale. This movie gets a 9.6 out of 10. I'm very, very strict with critics. There's not one movie I've seen that's 10 out of 10. The highest I've got is 9.8. But 9.6 is 2008's release, The Dark Knight.
That's a solid drop.
It's the best Batman and the best Joker in one movie.
I agree.
And then it's director Christopher Nolan, who did Oppenheimer. Come on, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it's perfect.
Best superhero movie of all time.
Christian Bale is Batman.
Yes, and then you've got
Heath Ledger, rest in peace.
Yes, God rest his soul. And then you've got Michael Caine, who's Alfred. You've got Morgan Freeman, who I forgot was in the movie until I did my most recent rewatch.
Cillian Murphy's in there too, I think, as Scarecrow. It's a great job.
He's in that movie?
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh, he's at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not... Okay, so he's not Scarecrow yet. Valid. I never caught that. Wow. Appreciate that. And then you've got Two-Face. Who's Two-Face?
Oh, that's...
Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent is Two-Face. That's awesome character. It was great. Everybody's great. Alfred Pennyworth is terrific. But next up, number 3.
This is the bronze medal. The bronze medal for me. I guess the movie touched me more than it touched you. Batman: The Dark Knight, 2008. I mean, I got it number 3.
Great movie.
We just talked about it. Not much else to say, but it's just like that movie is just so good, man. As a kid, shout out Endon, because I always tell him that.
Endon? Shout out Endon?
Yeah, Endon.
Endon. Great movie taste, my friend. I know I cursed, Mom. I'm sorry. You're terrific. I like him already.
Batman. He's got Batman as like the best superhero ever. You know, and he always tries to put me on.
I don't dive into that much. I'm more of a Stranger Things guy, if you couldn't tell.
But yeah, Dark Knight.
And we pretty much said everything we.
Heath. I just want to note on Heath Ledger again, man. You know,
rest you know how I got these scars.
He just. You know, have you seen his notebook? Like his notes on how to play.
He went psycho,
bro. He literally played the Joker in real life every single day.
It was crazy.
And that's just, actors don't do that anymore. They probably shouldn't do that anymore.
No, they shouldn't, because people think that's why because he died before the movie came out. The movie came out in late 2008, and he died in January. My number 3, your number 3, great pick. I don't know if you've seen it, 1995 release, The Usual Suspects.
I don't think I have.
Oh my God. Kevin Spacey, Chaz Palminteri.
You got a deep list, bro.
Yes, but these aren't underground movies.
Yeah, I know.
This movie is considered the greatest plot twist of all time. That's why I like it. So number 3, I've got Usual Suspects. Can't really say much. But actors Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro, who's very, very young in this movie. You'd recognize him as his older character, but you see him as a younger character, you don't recognize him. But, I mean, it's Usual Suspects, great movie. It's the movie when people say you cannot take your eyes off the screen. You cannot take your eyes off the screen. Because at the end, I'll tell you this, plot twist is not said. You got to pay attention. It's not said. It's not said straight up.
It's not spoken into the movie.
Like
something you got to do as a viewer.
Well, it's there. Like you literally watch.
You watch it happen.
And you listen. And they don't say it, but you watch it happen. So pay attention if you watch it. It's similar. Like it's not. What are some straight up plot twists? Like, you ever seen Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Like that's a straight up. Like he says, he finds out
another one.
Finds out that he's dead, and boom, it's there, and they say it, and they don't say that in this movie. So you got to pay attention the whole movie. It's great. You're number 2.
All right, the silver medal. This movie is probably one of the greatest movies of all time, but it's got a special place in my heart. It's got family ties. Number 2. Like I said, this movie's got family ties to me. What's role 1 of Fight Club?
Fight Club. You talk about a plot twist. Fight Club. Seen it. Don't remember a lot of it, so I didn't want to put it on my list because I wouldn't be able to explain to you why.
You don't know role 1 of Fight Club?
Yeah.
What's role
you
1
broke it.
Yeah, I know.
You broke it. I mean, come on. Get your head straight, man.
Yeah, don't talk about
Tyler
Fight Club.
Durden. Is that his name, right?
I think it's like Tyler Durden or whatever.
Durden, played by Edward Norton. You go. This is yours. But he's played by Edward Durden.
I don't know all the people, man. It's just why this movie's so special to me is that every Thanksgiving we would watch this movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's just got family ties. I know the big plot twist, and I won't go into crazy spoilers, but it's like
Edward Norton's in it, who is the original Incredible Hulk. Brad Pitt's in it as well. I forget who else is in it.
There's tons of like notable actors in it, but ultimately for me, that movie just got a special place in my heart. My whole family watches it every year. So
well, I can't wait to hear number 1. But my number 2 is 1993's release, Robert De Niro's directorial debut, Bronx Tale. If you can't tell, I like Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is featured in 3 of my top 10 movies. And he directed one of them, which is The Bronx Tale. 1993, Calogero is a little kid, and the detective in The Usual Suspects is actually the mob boss, Sonny. They only say in this movie, Calogero's sitting on his stoop in the Bronx, Jacob. And so Sonny's talking, they're all in suits, decked out. You know how mobsters are. He's like, Sonny had 5 fingers, but he only used 3 because he would always talk like this. I just said that was perfect. If you ever see that movie, Sonny only had 5 fingers, but he only used 3. Because he's an older kid narrating his past. But terrific performances, especially from the kid who's like 7 or 8.
Yeah, he's like super young in that.
And he fakes getting slapped by De Niro and he starts crying on. It's great. But tune into that. It's one of my favorites of all time. All right, it's time. Numero 1, Jacob Brindle. What year's the release? Let me see if I can pick it out.
72.
Go ahead. Take it from here.
The Godfather. I don't know what I was saying earlier, but The Godfather. My dad put me on this movie. He said it's the greatest movie of all time.
Mr. Brindle, great job.
Like I said it before, Francis Ford is the director of that movie. I don't really know any other movie that he's really directed.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola.
My dad's big on mobsters. My dad is huge on that. He's huge on detectives as well. He loves that stuff. He always tries to put me on with that. I think I saw the movie as a kid when cable TV was still a big thing around. Not a lot of people have cable anymore.
They don't. So. They have YouTube TV and all the streaming services.
But now it's now I'm older and I watch the movie. It's just the drama of it, man. It's so good, so top tier. And again, it's got my top 2 movies have family ties to it. So The Godfather, I think it rests its case at number 1. I think it's
for sure.
It's got to be a valid number 1 pick. I'm curious to see yours.
Number 1. It's actually mentioned on your list. It's on your list. Do you want to take any guesses?
On my list?
You think I'm funny? Like a clown?
No way you put Fight Club number 1.
Think I'm a clown? I amuse you? I make you laugh? No. He's a big boy. He can speak for himself. Tell me, Henry, how the f*** am I so funny? Goodfellas, my number 1 movie of all time. It is Martin Scorsese. It is the greatest piece of cinema you will ever see. There's a reason why the meme is of Martin Scorsese when he goes absolute cinema. That's him. But there's a reason why that's Martin Scorsese. That's not anybody else. He is the greatest director of all time. Robert De Niro is the greatest actor of all time. You put those 2 together, you add in Joe Pesci, you add in Frank Vincent, you add in all those guys, you add in Ray Liotta, God rest your soul, who's the main character, who is Henry Hill. My favorite movie of all time.
We had some similar lists, bro.
I'm going to run down my list. I've got 2001: A Space Odyssey, Wolf of Wall Street, Rocky III, School of Rock, Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, Casino, Dark Knight, Usual Suspects, Bronx Tale, Goodfellas. What you got?
I got Goodfellas, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, The Wolf of Wall Street, The Wizard of Oz, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man 2004, which would be Spider-Man 2, Interstellar, The Dark Knight, Fight Club, and The Godfather.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We just realized we don't have time. We lost track of time. We don't have time for another segment today. So stay tuned for a new video coming out. And this has been Jacob Brindle, my partner. I'm Aaron Park. I'll see you guys in the next video.
On the Aaron Park YouTube channel.
Aaron Park YouTube channel. Not
Aaron Park.
Not Top Shelf, but shout out Top Shelf. We love you guys. We'll see you next time here on Aaron Park. Peace out.
My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing